we always say, if you learn how to drive a car in Napoli, you can drive everywhere. And the same thing comes to the music, because Napoli crowd is really hard to make them dance, but in the end, if you get them, they trust you.
All Napoli listens to Pino Daniele, they just kind of enjoy listening. But then when we actually started to analyzing this music and analyzing all the Neapolitan music, the way these musicians were actually composing it, we realized how much work and melting pot of cultures was expressed into Pino Daniele's music and into other artists' music from back in the 70s.
It's always a challenge to get into new rhythm and new patterns. I mean, it's more intriguing for us to study new kinds of music.
And the Neapolitan stuff expressed this experience in the right way.
At some point we said, okay, we need to do something in Neapolitan.
Parallel to this, we were also going much deeper into digging of Neapolitan music. We discovered also through the guys of Napoli Segreta that there was a whole underworld of music made in Naples which went beyond the most known artists we just mentioned before.
Napoli Segreta, quindi il nome nasce fondamentalmente da un'idea che era quella di concentrare praticamente il nostro DJ set su un sound che fosse praticamente produzioni nate a Napoli, fatte da napoletani, ma che si concentrassero su funk, disco, boogie napoletano.
Infatti io la prima volta che abbiamo diciamo, suonato insieme e ci siamo conosciuti, io non ero preparato ancora a questa Napoli disco, perché era impensabile all'epoca suonare questi dischi con questo groove, diciamo, più, come dire, dance. Non veniva, anzi veniva quasi, diciamo, considerato trash questo genere di musica.
We always say, ah man, we started really making music when we opened the Futuribile, because Futuribile gave us like the precise panorama of the Italian music made during 80s with those electronic instruments we are attracted by. We started being very attracted by a certain sound.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the Neapolitan music in the way in which Neapolitan music is very well known in the rest of the world, because our approach in making Neapolitan music is simply doing music in the studio.
What they say when you are, of course, surrounded by Napoli music is more mainstream Napoli, but then there's a world, a river, and even a sea about underground Napoli music, and it's really hard to find those records. Thanks to Futuribile, we have the chance to get a few of them and listen to them, so it's really like inspiring for us. So we started researching a lot of records, and I remember that 2-3 years ago there wasn't a lot of reissue and represses, so it was very, for us, very like a great achievement to find an unknown record.
Yeah. If you see it, it's a kind of weird aesthetic, and as a record searcher, I would say it's a good record inside. In fact, in this case it's like that, but all the other Neapolitan records, most of them, have got really crazy aesthetics, but the quality of the record inside is really not what you expect. It's really difficult. With Neapolitan music, Lucia and I have bought like stocks of thousands and thousands of Neapolitan records to find maybe 5, 10, 3
I mean,
So-
the rule maybe when you go to flea market digging is just to bring over portable turntables.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just miss the best.
Yeah, because you really have to hear everything without closing your eyes, just playing everything with Neapolitan music. You can't rely on the covers.
Io diciamo colleziono dischi più o meno dal 95-96, quindi ho comprato comunque, ho avuto la mia fase di musica house, la mia fase di musica rock. Ho iniziato ad acquistare dischi napoletani fondamentalmente perché quando andavo al mercato ci stavano, il 90% erano dischi napoletani. Quindi noi andavamo e io andavo con altri amici e interessato anche dalle copertine che alle volte avevano delle grafiche pazzesche. Ho iniziato a collezionare dei dischi, mi ricordo ad esempio un disco di Mario Merola che aveva una copertina incredibile che si chiamava Chiamate Napoli 081, che era fondamentalmente tratta da un B-side italiano, era una specie di colonna sonora in cui Edoardo Alfieri aveva fatto delle tracce strumentali e quindi forse quelli sono stati i primi dischi napoletani che ho acquistato, tracce strumentali prese in prestito dal cinema.
Point with Neapolitan stuff is at one point you kind of tell to yourself, oh, it's ugly, but there's something, you know?
Flea markets here are amazing and you can find a lot of stuff. And the thing about Neapolitan music is that nobody really knows about the hidden Neapolitan gems. And most of the stuff is not even on Discogs or listed anywhere. You just have to listen to it.
This music was produced only and marketed only for the Neapolitan market.
When we finish the music, we work it to the end here. We do the mix and then we go to this place near Salerno.
Yeah, in Ponte Cagnano.
In Ponte Cagnano, it's one super cool place. They have this old mixing console system and
They have
pressing
an
plant.
old Neumann cut machine.
Super cool.
The whole product, except from here, it's 100% from the graphics, from the everything is curated by us here.
We can talk for hours about it, but Italian way of making records is really like Italian way.
Soul Express give us the possibility to propose a new music for the
this
crowd.
period, new
yes,
for this crowd,
For
of
this
course.
crowd, yes.
We felt like there was a gap in the scene in Naples.
We found like a scene which was very into the house music, the techno music. People started to get bored even to go to clubs. I think one of the most important things of Soul Express was like giving space to those artists that never been in the city and even near the city. Mostly all the artists we did in the first 3 years was for the first time in Naples.
90% of
It
them,
was like more than 25 artists.
even uni. The thing that we were always trying to bring, I mean, I don't want to say something different, but something new for the city, at least for the city.
So they are trying to bring artists which are part of our common taste, even if in different anyway genres, but common taste. And they're doing it very good and people are ready to dance to this music. Now like it's always more and more easy to express ourselves and have people reacting in a nice way to all kind of music. They're quite an open crowd actually.
The guys are giving a new dress to this sort of sound, you know, they're kind of tailoring something new on that sound.
There's a lot of things here in Napoli that comes from a lot of things you are interested about, and everything comes inside the city like a funnel, you know? We are really proud. We are really proud. Of course, we challenge ourselves to be always better. I'm never happy with my work, of course. But then, on the other side, we are super proud. And we really want to be part of something we built.
The history of Napoli is based on this melting pot of many different cultures. If you think about it, Napoli is in the center of the Mediterranean, and so it has always been a port of exchanges. We like that we are taking references from certain music, we are expressing it in a certain way, the other guys are doing it in another way. It makes it more interesting to have those different perspectives on Naples. Neapolitan music is something that you can breathe in Napoli always.
That's where we walked from.
Yeah, so you can see how